Well, would you look at that? Someone already did it for me. Oh, wait, there he's back. I was gonna make a joke about how somebody had already killed him for me, but he's already respawned, so. But yeah, I was gonna be like, oh, look, he's already dead. You know, just the whole, other players, you know, already got to it. Fortunately, though, the respawn timer there was pretty fast, so that's a good thing. I actually have heard some people think that that's actually not a good thing, that they think it should be longer like it was in vanilla, the way it is in classic, to make it feel as if you accomplished something and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, those kinds of statements to try and justify the way it used to be back in the day, I just get kind of tired of hearing those, because to me those are just kind of lackluster reasons, you know, or excuses. To me, that's, you know, when I say excuse, I mean they're excusing what I consider to be bad design. Because I'm sorry, but based on the way things were, you know, what I've seen, how vanilla was, how classic is now, you know, and I think this is one of the reasons why Blizzard was reluctant at first for a long time to actually redo vanilla or to do classic, was because they felt like they had done a poor job in comparison to how they've been doing now, because they feel like they were doing things back then they didn't really know how to properly do, which now as years have gone by they feel like they've gotten a better handle on it. Like, I'm sorry, but you compare the way they designed stuff back in the days of vanilla compared to, say, Wrath. By the time they got to Wrath, they were much better at it, and the quality showed. That's why some people consider Wrath their favorite time period for WoW ever, even more so than vanilla. So there's always going to be those that will say that vanilla was the greatest time and version of WoW ever and all that. But you'll never get me to, you know, convince me otherwise. Have you located him yet? I knew that you were more than capable of ridding the lake of that horrible beast. It is a distressing situation. Oakenskow was once a grand leader amongst his kind, but corruption does not discriminate between the lowly and the noble. The size of this tumor is quite disturbing, but I must study it to learn more about the disease that upsets the timberling population. Thank you.
May the stars guide you.
Alright. Now for the moon well. Let's see if I can go through here. Obviously not through that tree. This happens all the time. I'm looking at the map going, okay, and I go through it, and all of a sudden I run into something. Or fall off something. But then again, if I'm flying, then it's not that much of a problem. A lot of sabers here. May have to end up fighting some of them. Yeah, I've got 2 on me right now. Okay, you know what? Fine. You asked for it. There we go. Alright. And then just quickly, boom, back to elk travel form. There's the moonwell. I was like, where's this moonwell? Here it is. In weeks past, all those living atop Teldrassil have found their memories blurry, as if time itself seized a portion of their lives. We break from this haze to find that Fandral Staghelm and many of his closest followers have disappeared without a word. But in his place, Shando Stormrage awoke from the dream and returned to his beloved Toranda Whisperwind. And with his return came Alexstrasza and Ysera to at long last offer their blessings upon Teldrassil. Though a small corruption lingers, desperately longing to be cleansed, the bowels of Teldrassil itself seem changed. Growth has begun anew. None know what to expect next, but with Malfurion and Toranda reunited, a new hope dawns on the Kaldorei. Hope for lasting relief from the shadow that has been cast on our people for so long. Uh-huh. Tarandrella.
Ah, the great outdoors.
It is good to see you again. I see that you have succeeded in collecting the waters of the Moonwells on behalf of Corithras Moonrage. I hope that you have learned much along the way. Indeed, I have spoken to Corithras on my way here, and he has gifted me with the waters that you have been gathering. They may well prove useful sooner than we'd imagined. Strangely, the growing corruption that we have felt is actually a good sign. Teldrassil has been burdened with this taint for a long time, and thanks to the blessings of the dragon aspects, only now it is coming to the surface in a form that we might strike against. 20. As Teldrassil purges itself of the corruption that has perverted its growth for all these years, a malevolent growth has formed near the tree's edge, south of here. We have an opportunity to strike out and purge the source of the fell moss that has tainted the gnarl pine, the timberlings, and everything else. With the water that you've collected from the Moonwells and the renewed strength of Teldrassil herself, I can grant you great power for a short while. Put an end to this corruption. Alright.
What is nature's
I
call?
was like, I thought I accepted it. There we go. Alright, so now we are the vengeance of Elune, imbued with the power of nature and moonlight, increasing resistance and to all forms of damage. We can cast Moonlight, Tidal Pull, and Starfall. Now, you may be wondering, why would we need those? Well, let's see what's up ahead. So, Moonlight summons a beam of moonlight. I think I'm going the right way. Pulls in corrupted demons within 40 yards. Demons? What demons? You may ask. And Starfall summons a flurry of stars from the sky on all targets in 30 yards. Those demons. Corrupted Gnarlpine. I'm guessing another player has already gone through here and has been wrecking house. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be respawning pretty soon. There we go. That's one way to deal with them. That's what we're mainly supposed to do here. So yeah, another player came through here and just absolutely annihilated everything. That's why I'm hardly facing anything here. Alright, we'll just have to wait until he respawns. Seriously? The moonlight shows us what you really are. Sorry. I couldn't help it. That's, yeah, come into the moonlight. Step into the moonlight. By the power of the moon. I really hope we find out more about Elune going forward. Elune has been one of the most constant, biggest mysteries we've just consistently had. Like for a long time. Come on, respawn already. There he is. And Starfall. So yeah, supposedly we have, through taking out Oakenscowl and this guy we just took down, have been able to really hurt the corruption that was negatively affecting Teldrassil and all the creatures within. I like how they're trying to break through and all these ancient Teldrassil protectors are here to stop them. The last march of the Ents. I can't help it.
Hi.
Elune be praised. Everything that I had encountered suggested this corruption to be buried deep within Teldrassil itself. I had worried that we might never be able to strike at the source without killing the World Tree. I'm thankful that I was wrong. Malfurion was the start to this great turn of fortune. Perhaps I will seek him out before I depart to the wilds again. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you have done. You are sure to be a great hero someday.
Not this character. After this, she's going to go away forever. I almost hit the wrong button. Oops.
Our tasks are done for now. This water proved to be of great importance, but it wasn't originally meant for me. Go ahead and bring it back to Korathras at the crossroads. I'm sure that he would like to deliver it to its original destination.
That out of the way. Here we go. Butter gloves. Alright. Learn to ride. I mean, it's not really going to matter. Like I said, we're not going to do Darkshore with this character. I mean, like I said, you can, you know, it does kind of work, but at the same time, you can also go through it as a Worgen, so it's not incredibly crucial. One of the reasons why I wanted to do Silverpine with my Undead was because, one, I thought it worked really well with the Forsaken there, plus, I thought it was kind of a nice little relevant piece considering what we're, you know, what has been happening recently involving Sylvanas, so I felt it was a little bit more relevant to do so. Anyways. Yeah, we'll finish up here, and then we will be heading to our next character. Plus, as we get closer towards the pre-patch, I realize I'm a little crunched for time when it comes to making these starting zone videos. Oh, it is good to see you again. I sense that Teldrassil's task, or Tarindrela's task, Tarindrella, oh my gosh, these names. Task went smoothly with you by her side. Some of these names are going to be the end of me. Thank you for returning to me so swiftly. I have but one last task to ask of you. It has been an undeniable honor to have met you. You are a testament to the nobility of your race. Go now and finish this final task. Take the waters to Tyrande Whisperwind in Darnassus. Oh my. You want me to go see Tyrande herself? Oh, very well then. Hey, I finally got boots. So now, she's not barefoot anymore. Yay! And she does a front flip. I love that they either front flip or back flip. Okay, so yeah, this effectively marks the end of the Teldrassil questing. When you get this last quest to go take it to Tyrande, and Malfurion will be there. So you effectively get to go see Tyrande and Malfurion, and that effectively ends your questing in Teldrassil. Because now we have dealt with Oakenscowl, who is part of the corruption, and now we've dealt with that big tree that we just took down with all those corrupted enemies in order to help deal with the corruption within Teldrassil. Or as Malfurion says, corruption! He says it a lot. That's like one of his favorite words to use. Corruption! I still remember when we went to Val Shiran Legion, and we find Cenarius asleep and he goes, "What is this corruption?" It is part of the nightmare. Farewell, Darnassus. All the people who live here will be in our memories. I know some people that will never get over that. There are some people I know, they will never get over the burning of Teldrassil. They consider it an atrocity. I'm one of those people. And I know some people that they didn't necessarily quit the game just because of that, but of the continuous treatment of it. When it came to the lack of acknowledgement and how it didn't make sense for a number of things. Huh. An emissary from the Exodar. Now this is kind of funny. Malfurion, of course, is tall. And I look at Tyrande, I'm just like, why are you abnormally tall compared to other night elves, Tyrande?
I speak for my people.
How fare you, young one? Ah, the blessed waters of our moonwells. You have borne witness to the spirits of the Kaldorai, then. In recent times, I've come to find that the spirit offers more questions than it does answers. But such is the continuing nature of discovery that drives us in our darkest hours. I will offer you the simplest answers that I can. Malfurion has returned to me. To us. But harsh times are yet upon us. Staghelm is gone, and the world is racked with pain. Malfurion has much to mend, and he will need help. In fact, we would encounter him in Darkshore, kind of trying to work on that. That's why it's actually kind of a good idea to do your questing in Darkshore as a night elf, though it's not mandatory. You can still do it as a worgen.
There is a time for patience.
And yeah, that effectively marks it. And just a reminder, this is Staghelm. This is what he becomes in Cataclysm, much to Malfurion's shock and disappointment. Because like when the big reveal happens, he's just like, what? Like he and the druids are just shocked at what Staghelm did and his betrayal. Though when you think about it, it's understandable. You know, how much of a broken man he was after what happened to his son back in Vanilla during the events of Silithus. So that is the end of the Night Elf Starter Zone and Teldrassil. When we return, we'll be heading to Dun Morogh. So if there are any of your dwarves out there, be sure to tune in next time. Stay tuned!